Welcome to Think NP's 5 Tips in 10 Minutes. And today we have with us Taylor Fernley, CEO of Fernley & Fernley, an association management firm here in Philadelphia. And Taylor, welcome to 5 Tips in 10 Minutes. So let's just get started. What's your first tip for anybody who's in nonprofit consulting, freelancing, vending?
Well, first of all, Matt, thanks very much for including me here today with you. My first one, which also could probably be my first, second, and third one, is be present. Get involved.
Okay.
Network. Find out what sandbox people are playing in that would allow you to move your organization forward.
Okay.
And then immerse yourself into it. If you feel it appropriate, bring other members of your staff to those things. But in today's world, information is power. And I think the more contacts you can identify, the better you can position yourself to be the go-to guy, the go-to gal in those situations will pay immense dividends for you down the road. And again, not just for you individually, but for your company and in all probability for your industry.
That's great. So just be present.
Be present.
Number one's really, that's like you said, that could be 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I think I've always been a firm believer of being an agent of change, of bringing folks or challenging existing thinking in associations, nonprofits in particular, very old school. We don't want to change it because we've always done it that way.
Right.
Well, if you take a look at the breakneck speed that we're all moving in today, the challenges that we're seeing, the mergers and acquisitions, the political structure, take a look at the presidential elections. People are saying they want change. Yeah. And I think we all as professionals need to get out of our safety zone, kind of step out and try to find out what's on the minds of the customer and how can you deliver that in a very non-traditional sort of way to make them understand that A, you're a thought leader, but B, maybe you do have some great ideas on how we can advance the mission of that client.
And it's not just change for change's sake. You want to bring it more efficient, better cost savings, whatever it is that's going to meet their need.
Well, absolutely, Matt. I think that's one of the great values of an association management company. You come in, you have such an incredible amount of data, best practices that you can share with them. Now, you got to be guarded and you got to be timely and all that thing. But by bringing that in, it allows them to look at you, the volunteer leader, the boards of directors, to look at you as someone who has really given thought for the best interest of that group. Right. And the rest, should speak for itself.
So what's number 3 then?
Of all the ones that I've seen up there right now, I guess it's the one that I see most pushback on. And it's a little bit like change agent, but someone willing to take risks. Okay. I am appalled. Well, it's an unacceptable practice in our company for people not to take risks. I will never criticize them for taking a risk and making a mistake. Now, don't do it twice, but take a risk. And
the same mistake, you mean?
The same mistake, or another mistake that is closely aligned. But I will criticize them for not taking risks.
Right.
I have created a management team which is about as diversified as the day is long. We challenge each other. We have very spirited discussions. We just had one last week. But we all walk out of that room of one mind. Yeah. But I feel right now we all tend to succumb with the old way of doing things. Yeah. And fortunately, we've broken out of that. We drift back at times, but we got to pull ourselves back.
And the old way, I was reading something the other day, said, well, email's the old way of doing something. And so what was new becomes old. Right. And you need to keep up with what's happening.
And the client is expecting that.
Right.
And you know what? if you don't do it, somebody else will.
Yeah, yeah. So you need to be.
That's not a pretty picture.
So, so be present, be a change agent, be willing to take risks. What's number 4?
I think being a family business, this is particularly near and dear to my heart, and that's never forget where you came from. I have, our roots, our value system here at Fernley and Fernley is ingrained in those words: integrity, ethics, client-centered thought leadership, and social responsibility. And what we try to do is stay the course. Every time we drift from things, while I do like to take risks, if it is counter to our value system, we just won't do it.
Yeah.
So you've got to figure out, what are you good at, and stick to it.
Yeah.
And I've found that to be the foundation of Fernley and Fernley being around since 1886.
Well, and I didn't plan on saying this, but this is, I think, pertinent to that, which is I've seen when you've had problems with something, and boy, you take care of it right away. You're right there. It comes. You're transparent, and you live those rules. So this is really good.
One of the things I think we all know, but I'm not sure always practice, is the fact that you will rarely be remembered for a mistake you made. You will be remembered for how you fixed that mistake.
Yes.
Did you do it head on? Did you drift a little bit? Did you delay a little bit? Did you not communicate properly? I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
So I think that's always been a mantra of mine is being direct. And my wife has a favorite line she's going to put on my tombstone, hopefully not too soon, but it's life's too short.
Yeah.
And also, I don't like to dance. And all those ones are the same. I said, just give it to me. As painful as it may be, I want to know it. And you know what? We're a small shop.
Yeah.
I can fix it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So, what's number 5? What's
drum roll, please.
Yeah.
In today's business climate, workforces, and my guys and gals are the same way, they're really working hard.
Yeah.
And so I believe you have got to create passion within the organization. My role is being a bit of a cheerleader, and I take that seriously.
Yeah.
People are looking for leaders who will come in and be normal, number one, natural, be able to manage by walking around, do that all the time. And I think people are looking for someone where they can openly communicate, say what they want to say in a safe harbor, so that there's no punishment involved there.
Right.
And you better have an environment where there's fun. As I say, these folks, they don't work 8 hours a day. It's 8++.
Yeah.
And you put convention week and it's 24/7.
Oh, sure.
So we do fun things around here. I mean, we have, scavenger hunts and all this stuff. And I know we have some people in our office, quite frankly, that are naysayers. I don't want to do that. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're going to do it because that's part of our culture.
Right.
And I'll never forget, I bet you it was 15 years ago at our old office at 19th and Arch, huge snowy day. Must have been 10, 12 inches of snow on the ground. We had an Aloha Day. And
that was scheduled from before.
No, it was scheduled for that day. It was.
Well, no, I mean, but you didn't know it was going to snow.
Oh no, no.
Right.
We did it. We knew it was going to be a couple of days of this, so we, on a Monday, set it for a Tuesday, and we had everybody come in with their. I mean, one guy came in with a Aloha skirt on. That was a little too much. But Aloha shirts. We served Mai Tais, non-alcoholic, and I'll never forget. One of my buddies works for a very large law firm here, walked by that day and looked in and saw all these people running around in their Aloha gear. And he called me up that night. He says, "What the heck was going on over there today?" And I said, "That's us." But those kinds of things, as goofy as they may sound, they're important. I write letters to all new employees, longhand notes. We recognize the typical birthday, holiday. I get Phillies tickets and give them something. But all that, it seems so little.
Yeah.
But it's so important in the culture of the organization. And this is why people are standing at the door to want to come in. You know what? This is a place to be.
Yeah.
And we're not the largest. We're not the most technologically advanced, but we're a go-to management company that people want to come, and not just come, they want to stay.
Yeah. Well, Taylor, this has been great. I've really, I think that we've covered some really important points here. Be present, be a change agent, be willing to take risks, never forget where you come from, and be passionate and have fun. And I have to say, it's been a lot of fun talking.
Nice to be with you.
This has been Taylor Fernley, CEO of Fernley & Fernley, who's been with us today on 5 tips in 10 minutes. And I'm your host, Matt Hugg for Think NP.